Hello dear friends, this is Jeannie from Metal Dollhouse Rescue. I'm back here at my workshop and we're going to do a box opening tonight. And I'm going to share with you that fun project that I was telling you about last time. I've got one of them done. I've got a couple more in the works that you're going to really enjoy. But I've got one of them done, so I'm going to show you that first. So let's take a look at that and then we're going to open boxes. And I guess what, I've got two small ones and a big one, and I've got another big one on the way, so I'll be back probably, I don't know, hopefully in a few days to show you that stuff as it arrives. First, I want to let you know I've got Grandma back with me, and I'm so glad. I honestly missed her. She was gone on a little short trip that we'll be talking about some other time, but she's back with me, and I'm so glad. Hi, Grandma. But now I'm going to talk about the project that I was working on a couple of weekends ago, and I told you I was working on something fun. Well, I got them done, and I'm ready to share them with you, so let's take a look. I had it in my head well, gosh, actually last fall, that I could make some tiny doll houses. And so that's what I have done. This is the Mark's Colonial House. And I literally made this by taking pictures of a Mark's Colonial House that was, apart. And then I put those on a Word document and sized them tiny. And I printed them out. I covered them with clear packing tape to give them a little bit of shine. Plus, I found out from the start that this is my first one, and the ink kind of smeared a little bit when I was trying to put it together, so I covered it with clear packing tape to prevent that. So this was my first try at it. It came out really cute, and I am loving it, and each wall is an exact replica of the original Mark's Colonial. And I'm going to put this in one of my dollhouses. It will be a dollhouse for my dollhouse to give you an idea of the size. There's my pointer finger. It just barely fits there in the bathroom. So then I tweaked my little, template, and I made another one. I thought I could make it better, and I think I did make it a little better, but still probably not perfect. I did the same thing. I printed it out. This time I covered it right away with the packing tape so I didn't have any of that smeared ink. I cut it out, assembled it, glued it together, and I just think they are just cuter than cute. Little tiny exact replicas of the Mark's Colonial House, and there they are next to my grandma, so you can see the size perspective, and she's going to put one of these in her houses. Okay, as we continue on, we're going to finish up some old business. Some of you might remember last time I opened up a Rosewood Manor house, a Wolverine, and the little screws that are supposed to hold it together were not included, and I was concerned they might have been lost out of the box. But I wrote to the seller, and she still had those. Well, she didn't still have them. She realized she forgot to put them in the box, and so she had already mailed them to me, and they arrived in the mail the next day after I made that video. And there they are, all the little fasteners. I never could quite figure out how those go together, but now that I actually see them apart, now I figured it out. And so I heard from one of you guys on our group that when you assembled these, you put the little pegs on the bottom or the outside of the house, and then what you have on the inside of the house are the little flat screw heads, which are not quite as noticeable or obtrusive. So I may do that when I put that together. Anyway, I was tickled to get those because otherwise I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but there they are. On to new business. I want you to know I've been given 3 lovely gifts within the last week or so, and I'm going to share 2 of them with you tonight. One of them are some little fruit slices I got from one of my dollhouse friends. We were transacting some business. I don't like to name names because sometimes people don't like that. And there's some little peas to put in Grandma's cooking pot. So those were gifted to me, and I love all my tiny things, and those are just precious. The next gift I want to show you, let me get it out here. All right, let me get it out here. This is something I have never seen, but a very good friend of mine. I'm not going to call her an old friend because she's not as old as me, but I have known her a long time, and she's the one that we reconnected on our dollhouse group. I had lost touch of her, sort of. I mean, we'd sort of been Facebook friends, but we've reconnected. She found this beautiful dollhouse fabric. Look, it was made for a dollhouse, and I would say it's vintage. It's got that kind of old look to it. So I am just thrilled to have that. And it's little tiny prints, and there's little cats, and look, little dollhouses on that fabric, and then a little tiny floral. another little floral, and then the back's got little dolls and baby carriages on it. Look how cute that is. And I'll put Grandma up here for perspective so you can see how tiny those little prints are. Anyway, I just love it, and I appreciate so much that she thought of me, and I'm glad to be able to share this with you. Now, the third gift I got is something quite large, and I don't have it here in my workroom. So I'm going to show it to you another day, but I'm not going to share it with you tonight. Instead, we're going to open those boxes up. All right, I got Grandma here to supervise this box. And as usual, I cannot recall what's in here, but Grandma's interested because she knows if there's something she really likes, it might end up in her house. So I cannot recall. You know, I probably got it on eBay. I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. Let me see what the packing slip says. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm excited to get this. I have had this a little while, a week or so, and I am just getting it open, and you guys are going to know what it is pretty quick. If you've been following along in our Facebook groups, this is stuff that I received from Colin that I purchased to make my split level house complete. And there's the steps that go on the front of the house. And you can tell that they're the front of the house steps because they'll be wider like this. They have the round curve here, and they have the spot to put the little handles or the little railings in. That's how you know that those go on the front of the house. And I have two of those houses, and they are both missing those steps. So he has made these reproductions with 3D printing, and they are precision made from originals. So I am thrilled to have those. This is the set that goes on the house by the patio. And again, they have the curve and they're wide, but they don't have the spot for the railings. That's how you know these are the patio steps. Let's see what else I got. Let's see. Oh, this is the toolbar that goes on the back of the Mark's Carport house. And this was my original toolbar that I sent to him to make copies so that you guys can have those too. And then last but not least, these are the railings. These are the railings that I believe go on the front of the house. And I had sent him my originals to use to make the copies, and there they are. And then I ordered 2 sets for my houses that are missing those railings. And so my houses will now be complete, and I am just so excited. Thank you, Colin, and thank you, Jan, for all you have done to help with this project and to help get that organized. All right, dear friends, I had to jog my memory. These are my original railings that go on the front of the house, on the outside front of the house. And I ordered a set of those from him, which I did get. But I also had ordered the set that goes inside the house. Now, I don't have those inside steps here. I've got them tucked away so I don't lose them. But I want to show you the differences in these because it's hard to tell that they're different. And I wonder if you can see that. Maybe I need a darker background. Okay, so here's the difference. These are the ones that go inside the house. They're like from a split level house. So from one level to the other, this set goes inside. This is the outside set. And although they look a lot alike, when you look close, you can see that this set has got 3 little bars in the middle and then the big bars. This set only has 2 little bars in the middle and then the big ones. So they will not fit. They are not interchangeable. These will fit only the inside steps, and these will fit only those outside steps on the front of the house. So I know sometimes you guys have questions about that, and I did too until I actually saw them in person. But that's how you can tell them apart. Okay, dear friends, this is my other box. It's not real big. It's pretty good size. It's one of those size of priority boxes, and I got this eBay or somewhere. I don't recall where. Let's take a look. This is the first I've had it out of the box, so ooh, fun stuff. Yep, I'm pretty sure this is furniture and miscellaneous. So, you know, there's always, you can about count on it if it's something I bought, that there's something in there of interest to me, or possibly something that's rare or something that I don't have, or sometimes I buy stuff that's just plain dirt cheap, and I like to have stuff in quantity. So let's see what this one consists of. Was it just inexpensive, or is there something intriguing? Well, of course, I love that bed. And there it is. There's some 124 furniture, which I've got quite a lot of. Outdoor pieces, you know, I'm always kind of looking for those. A corner tub. Sometimes you call that a princess tub or Cinderella tub. A stove. Outdoor pieces. These are in nice condition. Oh, this one's got a crack in it, but the wheels are on it, so it just needs a little glue. And a outdoor table. It's one of those that needs an umbrella, which I don't see the umbrella here. Another outdoor setting table, a couple of cute little chairs. This furniture, I always think that this furniture, I might be wrong, but I think this is kind of unique to the split level house. You guys, if I'm wrong, let me know, but it's 124 sized. Very cute. So it's the size that Grandma would like. It would fit nicely in her house, and she's going to check it over. Maybe. She might take some at her house. This piece, I could not tell what it was on the auction, and I can see now it's the front of a car. Well, I don't know that that's particularly useful for me, but it's kind of cute. I did wonder what that was on the eBay site listing. All right, cute stuff. It came with an extra odd chimney. I do not know what house this goes to, but if you know me and chimneys, what I'll probably do is flatten that out. I'll try to identify. I think it might go to I don't know if it goes to the Tea Rancher. If you guys know, let me know. I do think I've seen this on a house. It's metal, but I'll flatten it out and take pictures so that if somebody needs a copy of it, then you can print it out on photo paper and replace it for your house. I don't think I have the house that goes to. Okay, there's something else in this that kind of caught my eye. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, I do remember this. Well, you know, I'm just the person that would need this kind of stuff, right? I mean, I don't need it, but you know, they had some extra odd walls that they weren't using. Well, I don't think I need these walls, but you know me, I'll collect those parts and then I'll have them available to you guys if you need them. I believe that's from a tea cone house. Probably, I don't know, probably I would say one of the ranch style, one of the smaller tea cones, because there's the living room and there's the bedroom, so it's not a two-story house. It was a one-story house, and there's a dent through the middle, but the graphics are still good, and somebody might be interested in having that. So that was in there. And then this, which, you know, I just can't resist, although I'm not really sure but what I don't have another one, and it's the little metal pool, or it almost looks like a pond, and that's really cute. And again, I'm not sure which house that comes from, but I think it is a Mark's house. At any rate, I love it, and that's the kind of stuff that intrigued me. It had the extra parts, it had the chimney, and it had some cute little 124 furniture. Okay, let's get the big box out. Okay, here's my big box, and I believe I got this. I'm pretty sure I got this on eBay, and it's my big one. Let's take a look and see what it is. I do remember which house this is. Believe it or not, surprisingly, I do remember. I can tell you, it feels like it was packed pretty well. It had a lot of tape on it. It's got, I can see it's got some styrofoam in it to keep stuff from rattling around. I think it's pretty clear this house is in pieces, because otherwise it wouldn't fit in this box. Although it's a big box, it wouldn't fit. This is just stuck full of big chunks of styrofoam, which I appreciate because, well, it's nice it's not peanuts, because you know that I don't have peanuts everywhere on the floor. I will have instead big chunks of styrofoam, but also it kept it from rattling around, so it shouldn't be dented up from being packed and sold and so on. I'm starting to see the roof. I know you can't see it yet, but I am starting to see the roof. And as I recall, let's see, I think there was two things. Oh gosh, honestly, I did not know or recall that there was any furniture included, but there's a little bathtub, and it's a very cute one. Very, very pretty little light blue, powder blue bathtub. But there were two things included in this lot that I recall. And one of them is, oh, this is cute. It's a little wooden couch. I don't know my wooden furniture very much. This is not a very big size. I don't know if it's Strombecker or not. But it's very cute. I would say it almost looks more like a 1/16 size. Very cute little wooden couch. A nice bed. I don't see a mark, but it's the one that I think the mark's on the headboard. I don't know if the headboard's in here. We'll see. I don't recall that it had furniture. But this I thought was so cute that they thought it was, I don't know what they said it was on eBay, but I think it's that little honeymoon, one of those little honeymoon rooms, and that was included with the house. And I know theirs are just cuter than cute, and I don't think any of the furniture is in here that goes with that. This is the, I believe, the living room. And I think these maybe are like from 1940-ish, but I always kind of think those are super cute, and I'm delighted to have that. All right, so which house do you think tempted me? Well, it's it's a tea cone. And I know you guys don't, you got your own stuff to memorize, so you don't always know what I have. But this is the Spanish style tea cone, the one that I do not have. And I think it is, I'd have to look to be sure, but I think it's the 1956 one, the 1956 house. And as I recall, some of the walls in the listing were not in that good a shape. Here, I'm going to turn this box up so you can see stuff as I pull it out. There, I think you can kind of see me pull out these walls. Some of them look like they were not in very good shape, like they would need some paint touch up. For instance, this is the nursery and the bathroom, and you can see both of them have missing paint on the bottom, but I always appreciate when the little graphics are there because those are a lot harder to replace than just this white part on the bottom is pretty easy to fill in. So I'm not disappointed. I knew there was some condition issues. The bedroom wall, nice shape. It won't need anything. This is the bigger piece. That's the back of the bedroom. And then the back of the bath, there's a little bit missing there. And then over here, the nursery, there's some up here on the windows missing and a little bit down on the bottom. This other wall in the nursery is in good condition with all the graphics intact. And the outside, there's a little bit of paint loss over here on the bottom. Let me get that where you can see it good. Over here on the bottom, there's some paint loss. This side's good. And this side's good. So really not bad at all. There's 3 styles of the Spanish size tea cone, and I had 2 of them, and it's kind of cool to have all 3 because it is such a pretty style house. Okay, kitchen, not bad, needs a little cleaning, but not bad. Living room, not bad, a little tiny spot there. No big issues. This is the outside wall for the kitchen. You can see it's a little worse, but again, I think that's all touch-upable. The graphics nice there in the middle. On the outside, a little bit here, not bad. A little bit of rust and paint loss, not bad. Very pleased. This is the bigger outside wall on the first story. There it is. It's got a little water damage along the bottom. And this also has quite a little bit of paint loss, a little rust and a little water damage along the bottom. This is the worst wall, and I did see that on the eBay listing. I'm not real concerned. I don't know if I'll touch that up. It's missing a lot of the graphics. That should be the fireplace if I recall. But I've got that graphic because it's the same graphics that's on the houses I have, I think. And in fact, as you recall, that lot I just opened had an extra wall. Well, it's the wall that has those same graphics, just a little bit smaller because it's from that smaller ranch. But that is the graphic that is missing there, and the blue's a little different color. But I believe I can replace that if I want with a printout of a wall that I have. I can just cover that whole thing up. And I have not done that yet, so that would be a good practice for me and something that you guys can experience with me when I get that done. Okay, I got the big box out of the way so I could show you the last 2 pieces, and these are the floors. This is the first floor. This is the kitchen and the living room, and these have quite a bit of rust on them. Now, whether I will try to touch those up or whether I will just make copies of floors that I have, because again, these are identical to the floors that are in the 1951, which I've already photographed. So I might just print those off and overlay them. I'll clean them up a little so they won't continue to rust or degrade, and I might just print those floors out. And I think the same thing is going to be true on the upstairs floor. This one is the one patio house. It has the patio on one side. The one that I've already taken pictures of is the 2 patio house, but it's got identical floors. the nursery, the bathroom, and then the master bedroom, which those probably would clean up and touch up. But it looks like a lot of work, especially this patio. That would take a while to match all those colors and make it look nice. So I may just print that out just for the experience of it. The back of that one is not too bad. I think this house is very restorable, and of course the money was not bad. And remember, it came with those bonus pieces of furniture, and then that sweet little, I think they call that the newlywed house. And you can see how big that is compared to this furniture. This is like 124 furniture. I've temporarily lost Grandma, so I could, otherwise I'd show you what Grandma looks like in that little room. Ha! Of course I didn't lose Grandma. She just was hiding behind one of these walls here. But look, there you can see how big she is in that little tiny newlywed living room. And you can also see that this is a nice size couch for her. She could have a nap on it. Her and Handyman Joe would like to have a nap on that, I imagine. The rest of this is good grandma-sized furniture, 124 size, perfect for her house. Okay, dear friends, I think that's going to do it. As usual, it's so fun to have you join me here in the workshop. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to join me here. I've had a really good time opening these boxes tonight, showing you my little tiny dollhouse projects I've been working on. And I've got a couple other fun projects you're going to enjoy when I get a chance to finish them up. They're coming along. And again, I hate to say, I got another big box coming, and I've got a couple of other little boxes already piled up to open with you. So come back and see me what I've got going on next time. Remember, I love you very much. I know some of you are going through tough times. You've got a friend here, you've got a friend here in Iowa, and you've got many friends in our dollhouse groups. Thank you. Talk to you later.